episode 1. Let it be known that I'm cooking some chicken noodle soup here on the stove, so I do need to keep an eye on that as we're doing our gymnastics today. So in this video I'm going to show you some fun turn combinations and some leap techniques that you can practice at home, maybe if you've got hardwood floors or in the kitchen. I think this is one of the most fun things to practice from gymnastics while you're at home. So this video is mostly aimed at optionals gymnasts, so that will be about level 5 or regionspokalen if you're in Sweden, where you should already be able to do a full pirouette, so just a normal full turn on the floor, and a basic split leap. You should also be able to do the splits on at least one of your legs as well before trying the skills in this video. So let's get into some different turns. So as you can see now, I will cut my head off a little bit as I step back because I've taken the camera down to have a look at some turns. I also just stirred the soup, so you might hear a bit of noise from that. So to start out, a fun thing to try is doing a turn combination. So if you've watched the Olympics in Rio 2016, a gymnast called Sani Weavers had a very cool turn combination on beam where she does a multiple turn on one leg and then she turns back the opposite way on the other leg. So I thought we'd start out by trying to do one turn on each leg. So you start off with your basic turn on your normal dominant leg. So I'm a right-legged turner, right leg cartwheel, right leg everything. So I'll start with that turn. So that turn will look like this. That's a normal forwards turn for artistic gymnastics. And then afterwards I'm going to add a backwards turn with my other foot on the ground. So I'll show you it in slow motion. Well, slow motion, just not connected really. So here, whoop, grab the kitchen bench, it's handy. Then I'm going to turn the opposite way on my leg that I've landed on. I like to do it with my arms down, but the arm position is optional. Now we'll try and add both together. So starting with your dominant leg, one turn, stop. If you want to get adventurous, you could have a go at doing a double and then doing the extra turn on the other leg. I'll give it a go, can't promise anything though. Woo. Next up, we'll try another turn on one foot. That can be a little bit easier to practice at home just because it takes a little bit less space than the turn with your leg at horizontal. This one is with a bent knee. So the position that you want to take is the same. You have your dominant leg at the front, same arm position. As you begin the turn, your knee turns out, your heel in, same arm and leg, your hand goes under your knee, and the other arm goes up. And you complete the turn in this direction. What you don't want to happen is this, because this is a passe position again, so it's not the same position. What you want is to have your leg at horizontal. Your knee does need to be slightly over in order to have everything at horizontal throughout the turn. So a full turn would look like this. The last turn that you might like to try at home is the turn with your leg at vertical. Obviously it's best if you can get your leg up with both legs, so both your dominant leg and your less dominant leg you can get straight up into the middle. If you can't, it is okay, you can start working on the turn. It's okay if you bring your leg a little bit more to the side, if you're not quite flexible enough to have it up in the middle, and if you turn on your non-dominant leg. So for me, I'm a little bit less flexible now because I'm not currently practicing as a gymnast, so I've lost a bit of flexibility. So what I'm going to do is try and turn on my non-dominant leg. So basically, same start, you have one leg forward, same arm and leg, make a strong kick up and pull your leg towards yourself. Obviously you're going to want to have to stretch before trying these turns. So just kick very aggressively and pull yourself up on your toe. Once you've done that a few times, you can have an attempt at the turn. Like I said, I haven't been stretching too much as I've been out of gymnastics, but if you do have good flexibility on both legs, this turn is a lot easier and works really nicely in combination with other turns. A really pretty turn to have on floor and even on beam if you can get it there as well. The last thing I'm going to show you today is a split leap with a full turn. This also can sometimes be called a torgette with a half turn, because that's essentially what it is. It does look a little bit like a switch leap because of the way you have to turn in the air, but a switch split leap is actually a different exercise, which I'll show you in a different video. So to start off, I'll explain what the split leap full turn is. So a split leap obviously is a leap from one foot going up to a 180-degree split in the air and landing back on one foot again. So the split leap with a full turn, you're going to take off from one foot, do a half turn, show your split, do another half turn and land with your feet together. To take off, you're going to need to do your sachet or your run. Bring your dominant leg up, so the one that you want to show your split in, forward. So I'm coming in this direction. So to do a full turn, I will land in this direction again. I'll pull up my leg, my right. I then, in the air, rotate my hips, leaving my leg behind me. When I am facing the opposite direction, after half turn, I then show my split with my good leg. So I switch legs, swing this one through and show my split in the air. Once I've shown my split in the air, on the way down towards the ground, I close my legs and turn the last half and land in the same direction I came from. A good way to practice this is to start by doing a jump, leaving your leg forwards and rotating your hips. So my leg is still behind me. I'll show you that one more time from the side. Lift, hips, and still. The next thing that I can do is do this, but just before I hit the ground, put my legs together. One more time. Make sure that you're not bringing your legs together too early, so that you're doing this and then twisting. Try and jump up, twist, and then land. The next part you can add is a split jump and then the last half turn. So I'll show you those two things together. Up, land, jump, and turn. So you're doing a jump, rotating, feet going together, jumping to a split, and jumping closed forwards. Obviously when you're at home you don't have quite as much space. You can practice standing on two legs, jumping and closing by itself, and you can practice this part of the leap on its own as well before putting them back together. I hope you managed to try some of those exercises at home in your own kitchens. I'll see you next time for a few different exercises. Bye. And just in case anyone's wondering, here's a quick shot of my chicken noodle soup on the stove. Seems to still be going okay despite all the gymnastics.